Good morning, everybody, and welcome along to Le Mans 2013. My name's John Hindle from RadioLeMans.com, 91.2 FM around the circuit, and we're live around the world on Nismo TV. This is something very special. We've got a great crowd here for those of you who are watching online. This is something that I don't believe has been done in the whole 90-year history of Le Mans. What we're going to do today is unveil the 2014 Garage 56 project, but not at an auto show, not in front of the press, but in front of the fans. Hashtag fans first.
Bonjour, messieurs, dames, bienvenue au premier mondial des dévoilements de nouvelles voitures qui va courir en 2014 au Le Mans. On a l'honneur de vous présenter une voiture qui va rouler au Mans l'an 2014. Bienvenue et à vous.
Merci. What you're going to see is the continuation of the Nissan mantra of innovate and excite. And as part of the hashtag fans first, it won't be one of the big names from Nissan, from Nismo, or indeed any of the drivers who are down here to unveil. We have two fans, a Nissan customer and someone who has won the opportunity to be here just off to my right, and that is Alain and Mehdi.
Donc c'est une première mondiale, on ne va pas dévoiler la voiture devant la presse, on va pas dévoiler, c'est tout par rapport aux fans. Donc on a deux fans aujourd'hui qui sont venus pour dévoiler la voiture, Alain et Mehdi, et c'est une avant-première. Donc
the decision to take part in Garage 56 in 2014 was taken in February this year and announced in Japan by Carlos Ghosn. And this, of course, follows on from the tremendous excitement and all of the new eyes that the Nissan Delta Wing brought to Le Mans last year. We are going to need some help because this is hashtag fans first. We are going to need some help from you, ladies and gentlemen, when that clock gets down to 10 in around about a minute and a half's time. You are going to be amazed. You are going to be excited. What would you expect? This is how Nissan does things here at Le Mans, and it's a measure of exactly what this project means and means to Nissan and Nismo, that you will be the first people to see it. So, are we excited? Yes. Are we ready to be amazed? Yes. Are we ready once again to push forward automotive technology with relevant technology that has a use in the automotive industry? Yes to all of those things. And the answer to some of our future personal transport needs could well be behind this curtain. That's the countdown clock, ladies and gentlemen. We're under 1 minute. Get your phones out, get your cameras out, and remember, when you're tweeting, you're the first people to see this on YouTube as well at Nismo TV. This is an exclusive and a world's first, and please use the hashtag fans first.
Donc dans la tradition de Nissan, c'est toujours innovation et excitement. Donc derrière les rideaux, c'est la nouvelle voiture qui va être dévoilée. Toujours avec l'esprit d'innovation et excitement, comme toujours chez Nissan. Donc vous êtes les premières de les voir, la nouvelle voiture en 2014. On a 10 secondes.
8, 7, 6, stand by Alan, stand by Mehdi. 4, 3, 2, 1, push the button. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the Garage 56 Challenger, the ZEOD RC, zero emissions on demand for 2014, and you are the first to see it. Using the same battery technology as the road-going Nissan Leaf, this car will be the fastest electric racing car in the world, and it will be here next year to compete in Garage 56 for innovative and new technology. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the ZEOD RC. Hashtag fans first. We're expecting to see 300 kilometers an hour out of this machine as it piles down the Ligne Droite Unadier this time next year. We will expect to see its testing and out on racetracks around the world. As you can see, it continues the lightweight philosophy that was pioneered with Nissan Delta Wing. It continues to have the low frontal area, a car that will weigh somewhere in the region of 700 kilograms. And once again, remember, this is relevant technology because it is using similar battery technology as the Nissan Leaf. We have the Nissan Leaf RC, which is sitting off to my right, your left, which I'm fortunate enough to have driven. And this then is the face of the future of Garage 56. Ladies and gentlemen, hashtag fans first. I give you the Nissan Garage 56 project for 2014, the ZEOD RC.
You've done other things in your motorsport career. Why is it so technology to this great race?
Well, you know, one of the things that is always exciting is to be at the absolute frontier of technology. And of course, there has never been a lap record on electric at Le Mans. And this is obviously the most challenging racetrack in the world, the most challenging race. So for a designer to be part of bringing a new technology, something that has never been done before, knowing what an incredible challenge that is a wonderful experience, and it is a very unnerving one too, I may say. I mean, innovation is risky, and we are going to be taking the opportunity to show just exactly what can be done with battery electric technology.
And I'll answer a question because I'm sure these guys will corner you straight away afterwards. But last question, I'm sure a lot of them will ask, probably the second one, which is, what is the drivetrain? How much can you tell us about the drivetrain? Obviously, you said it's a risk. We don't know what we don't know yet. So what are we expecting to see in terms of drivetrain?
You know, we've just started on the design of the car, and we will try many different strategies, energy management and so on, to try and make sure that we can achieve this very lofty goal of a 300-kilometre-an-hour Le Mans car. Frankly, establishing the lap record of the EV vehicles at Le Mans.
Thank you, Ben. And if you didn't catch that, Ben's now working for Nissan as our Global Director of Innovation. So you can see some other stuff coming out of Ben over the coming months and years. Obviously, it's very good to go racing, and we all here love going racing, but the important thing is that it links back to what we're doing in business. Paul's in charge of business for Nissan in Europe. Why is it important that Nissan show leadership for electric technology on the track, Paul?
Well, I think there are two key reasons. One is, obviously, commercially as a business, Nissan, with the alliance partner Renault, made a big, I guess, a big bet in the industry. We are the leaders, I think, very clearly, indisputably leaders in electric vehicle technology. We made a big investment at a time when the industry was questioning the development of electric vehicles, with $5 billion in battery technology. And clearly Nissan is the leader. The Leaf today, the Leaf, the road car, has sold over 65,000 Leafs globally. And from a product quality, durability of the product, for real cutting-edge technology, this car is proven. So we know it works. Commercially, we know the business, the environment will move more towards cleaner technologies, and we know electric vehicles will become a key part of a mix of technologies to support the future. So it's really important that Nissan stretches the boundaries. If we want to be a leader and sustain that position of leadership, that we stretch the boundaries. When we come to racing, the reason we're here is twofold. One is to, from a technological point of view, push the boundaries of the technology, to test under the most extreme circumstances, which Le Mans is an extreme test. As Ben has said, if we can get that lap through electric power, 300 kilometers an hour, that will be a massive step forward for us. It's something that can pay back into our future products. On top of that, Nissan as a brand has to deliver innovation. It's very clear Nissan delivers that. Delivers that commercially through electric vehicles. But also, I think what we've proven, certainly in the last 2 or 3 years, here at Le Mans, I think we've proven Nissan is trying to push the boundaries and is trying to do things unconventional. That will deliver for Nissan innovation and excitement. We want to deliver innovation and excitement. I think this project, the project we've unveiled today, really encapsulates our brand. It's about delivering that innovation with excitement.
And then just one more quick question. There is some skeptics out there, specifically people were sceptical about electric vehicles on the road. You were telling me earlier some big numbers of sales across the globe so far with Leaf already.
Yeah, we've sold globally 65,000 Leafs. That's a lot of vehicles, good test bed in terms of the technology. But if you want to reference that, because 65 is just a number, I think you need to understand what that means. If you go back in time and you look at what Toyota have delivered in terms of hybrid, at the same time duration we've had electric vehicle Leaf in market, we're 30% ahead of where Toyota were and when they brought that innovative technology. So we're absolutely convinced the industry today has woken up. 5 years ago, most of our competitors were questioning the validity of electric vehicles. But you go to an international motor show today, most of our competitors are the concept car or looking to bring cars to market in the coming years with electric power. And that proves, I think, the bet we made 5 or 6 years ago will pay off. And this project, I think, will only reinforce that in driving the awareness of electric vehicles and to show the boundaries we are pushing in terms of how we can use electric vehicles, not only on road cars, but in racing.
So on that, we'll let the guys go off. Obviously, they'll be available for questions later, and we'll ask on stage Jerry Hardcastle and Pascal Cuyon. I've probably pronounced that wrong. Jerry's our Chief Marketability Engineer, but also our Head of Motorsport Technology for Nissan and Infiniti. And Pascal, most of you know, is the Head of Global Motorsports for Michelin, and Michelin are a very, very key partner for us. So I'm going to ask the same question to both of the guys. What does it mean to be testing this car, this technology, Jerry, on a track at Le Mans, and how much carryover can we have of the technology into road car development going forward?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's fair to say that at the moment, in the technology area of low emissions or zero emissions, that the road cars are actually ahead of motorsport. The technology on our road cars is much higher developed. For example, pure drive, we've already got downsized gasoline injection turbo engines. And from Leaf electric vehicle, we've already developed in-house in Nissan the electric motor, the inverter, and the battery. So if you take all those technologies together and potentially put them in a race car, that's the challenge that we've set now for our race car engineering team. So the race car engineering team will take those technologies and look for the most efficient way of creating a high-performance powertrain. And the real challenges that they've got, as I mentioned, are efficiency, energy density, and in particular, energy management. And when we do that, when we learn on the track, so next year, when we're here racing the car, we will learn all about those technologies, and hopefully we can take that technology and the lessons that we learned there, go full circle and put those back onto the road car.
Thank you, Jerry. An important thing, I think, as you mentioned there, is the crossover to road cars, but also this is happening, this is of the moment. And Pascal, you've announced recently your partnership with other electric vehicle programs. It's obviously Michelin are leading that area, and obviously betting like Nissan has on electric technology, that's the future. But out of this specific project, what did Michelin expect to get out of the development and technology that maybe could go into road cars in the future?
Well, you know, at Michelin, what we convince is that in the future, sustainable mobility means more safety and more efficiency. And as we've said, in terms of motorsport today, we're working quite a lot on safety and performance. Efficiency is important, but with these projects like Formula E and the Nissan project, that's where we will have to focus heavily on efficiency, and that bringing all these different performance together is totally embedded in the philosophy of Michelin Total Performance, which is more performance in one tire. So we are convinced that by pushing the envelope to the extreme in racing, we will bring back technology to the road.
Thank you very much, Pascal. Again, the guys will be available for questions later on, so thank you very much. And I'd like to ask Miyatani-san to come up and close this part of the conference. Thank you very much, and thank you to Michelin again for their support of this program. They were a great partner previously, but also a partner of ours in Super GT, for example. So, Miyatani-san, an exciting year ahead next year for Nissan and Nismo with this announcement. Anything you'd like to say to finalise what the guys have just mentioned there? No. So, everything was said. So this year, we're already looking a year away, but we've got a race on tomorrow, I believe, and it's great to see 15 Nissan engines on the grid. Tell us a little bit about how that's going. I think top 3 in qualifying yesterday.
Yeah, I'm very happy to see the top 3 are equipped with a Nissan engine. And this engine, V8 4.5 liter engine, this was deriving from our Super GT GT500 race in Japan. And this engine was installed with the current GTR in 2008, and we dominated the Super GT at that time. And that engine was converted into this LMP2 engine. And so it's competitive, and durability of the engine is really proven to support all the teams of the LMP2 teams. So 15 out of 22 entrants, and I'm very happy this is continuing from 2011.
Thank you very much, and you're looking forward to the race. What do you hope to see? No rain, hopefully.
Hopefully. No rain. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Miyatani-san. Thank you for that. We're going to bring some of Miyatani's team. We're going to bring on stage the drivers. First of all, Michael Krum, who is Nismo Global Ambassador, but also his teammates this weekend, Jan Mardenborough and Lucas Ordonez. So you have to behave, Michael, because your boss is here.
Yeah, I know, everybody's here.
He's let you off to come to Europe to race. Obviously, it's great to be back at Le Mans for you. How is it to be back? Obviously, you're racing all over the world. Nürburgring in Malaysia last weekend, and obviously in Japan.
Absolutely, and it's really exciting to be back in Le Mans. This is, I mean, we've been there last year, and it's the 6th time for me to be here. But the first time in an LMP2 car. And even though the car is totally new to me, and it was the first experience this week, and we didn't get enough laps and all that because of the rain and the cancellations. But the engine I know obviously well from Japan, and I really loved this engine actually in the Super GT Championship. So when I got into the car and I drove, and from the engine side and the axle response, it felt like home. So that was actually a really nice experience.
But at home, you don't have a couple of gamers sharing the car with you. How's that been?
No, not really, no. Well, everybody says, yeah, you're driving with the gamers, right? And the PlayStation kids, so they're saying, but it's not like that. I mean, the education Nissan gave them is really huge. And I have to say, I was really impressed. Jan, for example, it was his first Le Mans. When he did the first laps at the test day, the consistency and the lap times and the performance was really amazing. Lucas, we know he's been on the podium already before here. He has more experience in the LMP2 car than I have. So it's really great to work with these guys, and I don't consider them gamers or anything. They're proper teammates for me that I enjoy working with. And Jan has proven that last night in the last laps, did our time for qualifying. So I'm really looking forward to the race.
We were going to keep that bit quiet, but anyway. Lucas, it must be strange for you to hear someone like Michael saying you're more experienced than him at something, being LMP2. You're an old hand, 3rd year at Le Mans. This is easy, yeah?
Yeah, it's true. No, it's my 3rd year in Le Mans in the Nissan LMP2 car, and yeah, it's a bit weird to share the car with Michael Krum and to hear those words, but it's fantastic. No, I'm learning a lot with him and learning a lot with Greece Motorsport Nissan team, and yeah, it's fantastic to be here again, and hope we can join the podium again as in 2011 with Jan as his first time. So looking forward to it.
And you're jumping around in different cars. Next weekend, what are you driving?
Yeah, I've got a busy schedule, fortunately, with Nissan, and next weekend I'll be in Paul Ricard with the Nissan GTR Nismo GT3. And yeah, we had a great result in Silverstone, leading the race, setting the fastest lap, and yeah, looking forward to it. But now it's time for the big one in Le Mans, and really focus here in this big race, and then we'll see Paul Ricard, Zandvoort, FIA GT, and some
So, Jan, just remind anyone that doesn't know, and they must be living under a rock if they don't know, where were you 2 years ago today?
2 years ago today, I think I'll probably be here at Le Mans, actually, traveling with the GT Academy program to watch Lucas Soldner's races, compete in his first Le Mans. So to be here racing for real 2 years later, it's fantastic. I'm so excited to get started with my two great teammates.
So just to clarify that, before 2 years ago today, you'd never sat in a racing car?
That's correct, yeah.
And now you're here with these two guys, and these two guys are saying nice things about you.
It's 2 years have gone by very quick. 2 years ago I was just a student, on a gap year from university, and now I'm here at Le Mans racing an LMP2 with a Nissan powered engine. So it's amazing. I can't believe it.
And what can you learn from these two guys? Obviously, Michael, massively experienced. I believe you even read his book at night to get tips, so it must be amazing to be actually next to him. You don't have to read the book anymore, you can just ask him.
I've got the book with me. I always take the book to race weekends.
Have you got him to sign it yet?
I have, yes.
But that'll be on eBay tomorrow if anyone wants to buy it. So anyway, good luck, guys. Thank you very much for coming up. I know you're very busy, and I'm sure the guys will see you at the Drivers' Parade, so thank you very much. To show the international flavour of... to really show the international flavour of the drivers that we're supporting here this weekend. Obviously, we had a German/Japanese guy there. We had a Spaniard and a Welshman. We've also got lots of other nationalities of drivers in our cars. Two very important drivers we've got in our cars are up on stage next, and then we'll be finished for the press conference. The first one, we're very proud that one of our cars is running under a Russian flag this weekend under the G-Drive banner, and that's Roman Rusanov. And we also have a Japanese driver, Keiko O'Hara, is driving for us as well. Roman, great to have you driving the Nissan engine again. Obviously, lots going on with you in your career, but this weekend, everything is aimed towards this weekend this year with G-Drive and Nissan.
Yeah, I think it's a very important race for us, 24 Hours of Le Mans, the biggest race in the world. I'm proud to drive the Nissan engine, and when we was in pole for the first two qualifying, unfortunately we're second now, but Le Mans is a big race, it's a long race, and we have a good engine, and I think we can win it.
Very good. I think you've probably got one of the strongest driver lineups, but one of the things that G-Drive and you are very involved in is bringing the next lot of Russian talent through, and that's something you guys are working on very closely, both G-Drive and yourself and Nissan Russia. So maybe we'll see the GT Academy winner from last year in Russia here next year?
Yeah, I hope. This year we have Mark Shulzitsky, the first Russian winner from Nissan GT Academy, who's really real gamer, when I have seen him, it was 6 months or 8 months ago, it was a real gamer who didn't know how to drive a car, and what he's doing now, it's impressive, and what Nissan and GT Academy is creating, it's exciting project, and I think this guy who is coming from nowhere and became a racing driver is a real dream come true, and I'm very proud that they can do it with Nissan. This is the only opportunity in the world to become a racing driver like that.
So what's the hopes for G-Drive Nissan? Anything apart from a win will be disappointing?
Finish Le Mans. Let's say the first aim is to finish Le Mans, and if you can finish without any troubles, you can be on the podium.
Thank you. Keiko, another time for you at Le Mans, this time as a Nissan ambassador. You're one of our ambassadors on electric vehicles, so hopefully you've had a good look at our car. How is it to be back at Le Mans as a Japanese driver being at this great race?
Yeah, first I'd like to say thank you so much for Nissan, because I'm very proud to drive Le Mans 24 hours with Nissan engine again. And I became a global ambassador, Zero Emission Mobility. So now I have worked to increase the electrical vehicle charging station in Japan with the Japanese government. So I'm very proud to see the new racing car, Nissan Leaf. And of course, I got a new Leaf to drive in Japan, and my car is white and the same car, and so
we'll have to get you some decals like that car so you can drive around in Japan with those on there. So, what does it mean to be Japanese and be at such a big event, Le Mans? It's very special for the Japanese, isn't it, this race?
Very special. I think in Nissan head office, I think, public viewing, and a lot of people come to support Japanese Nissan engine and Japanese driver. So for Japanese, a very special event and the best race in the world, I think.
Well, thank you very, very much. Good luck this weekend. Try and get some rest today. I know it's difficult with the drivers' parade. We'll see you later. Thank you very much, Roman and Keiko. Thank you. So, as I say, thank you very much for being here. As I say, the execs will be here, the drivers will be here if you want to ask any questions. Obviously, the car's up there. There'll be press packs, pictures, and the usual if you want to see Paul or Lindsay to get anything you haven't got. Thanks. Enjoy the day. Have a great weekend.